What up, YouTube fam? It's April G Showers back at y'all with another reaction. I was just in a live chat and it was an artist, and I heard them talking about this song that this artist did about school shooting. Now, for those of you who do not know, I am a school shooting survivor. November 15th, 1995, I was 15 years old. It was on a Wednesday. I saw my best friend, Diane, get shot and killed by pretty much my neighbor. Rode the same school bus as us. Diane also rode our school bus. She and I were freshmen. The school shooter at that time was a senior. We all rode the school bus together. He did not shoot her on purpose. He was aiming at a teacher, missed the teacher, and shot her in her jugular vein. She was life-flighted to the hospital and then died on the operating table. He also shot 2 teachers, killing one instantly. The other one, my physical science teacher, miraculously survived. Of course, she never taught again. R.I.P. Miss Foster, R.I.P. Diane. I have PTSD due to that. Depression, anxiety, insomnia. I'm a recovering addict. I began doing drugs shortly after that. Like I said, I was 15 when the shooting happened. I was 16 when I started doing drugs. I was 30 when I went to rehab. So I did drugs for 14 years. So this is Mass of Man, and it's called Victims. I'm very critical when it comes to songs about school shootings since I have lived it. And people that do these kind of songs that have never lived it, it's kind of hard. Just like if people do songs about addiction who have never lived it, I'm very critical about songs about addiction. I'm very critical about songs about cancer, because those 3 topics, mental illness, because those 4 topics are very sensitive to me, and I've lived all 4. So this is Mass of Man, Victims. Here we go. I'm kind of apprehensive. I'm like literally shaking thinking about this song, and I can feel the tears and stuff coming up. Even though it happened in 1995, it's still just as real, and it's just like it happened yesterday. So before I get started, I am watching the YouTube video. I apologize for not having video up. I will be able to have the video up for y'all sometime after Christmas. Technology issues, just a lot of stuff going on too in my personal life right now, so just bear with me, y'all. Okay, here we go. This kid's mom is dropping him off at school, and she just took a pill. The mom did. The kid's got headphones on, and he's walking down the sidewalk.
I don't want to go to school, Mom. The kids are mean. I try to be a nice guy. They pick on me.
He's
From the
getting bullied.
size of my body to holes in my jeans, I seem to get picked last on all sport teams. I'm a mess. God damn it, I'm stressed. I just want to cry. I keep losing my breath when everyone around me keeps on succeeding.
He's
I'm
walking
stuck
in the
this
hallway
rut
of the
that
school.
keeps on repeating. Gotta fake sick so I can leave the classroom. Gotta raise my hand so I can use the bathroom just to get away. Let me take a minute, bottle up the pain, then back another inning. Sick of getting picked on, sick of getting bullied. If you was a victim, you would get it fully. People wanna talk shit, so I tell the teacher, send them to the office, then they wanna beat ya. I just wanna drop out, I just wanna quit. I just wanna give up, I'm sick of being hit. I'm sick of being labeled such a fucking little bitch, and it's getting on my nerves every time I get hit. Tired of the jokes, tired of the bullshit, tired of my folks. Think I'm gonna lose it. Ammo in my backpack, think I'm gonna use it. Yeah, think I'm gonna use it. Tired of the jokes, tired of the bullshit, tired of my folks. Think I'm gonna lose it. Ammo in my backpack, think I'm gonna use it. Think Think I'm gonna use
He just took a gun out of his backpack.
Down on the fucking ground now. If you move a damn inch, I'ma pull your brains out. Bet you think it's funny making me look like a dummy. Go ahead now, try to steal my lunch money. Everyone up in this room is about to fucking die. You got until the count of 10, get ready, say goodbye. Before I pull the trigger, open all your eyes. Look at what you've done to me. Don't you fucking cry. I don't wanna hear you're sorry. I don't wanna hear your lies. I just wanna kill myself and end this wicked life. Mama wouldn't miss me. Dad is fucking dead. And after this is over, just a bullet to my head. I won't let it happen to another human being. To go what I go through and see what I've seen. This is what you made me. This is who I am. You can make yourself.
He just shot the gun.
Tired of the jokes, tired
Kids
of
are
the
running.
bullshit, tired of my folks. Think I'm gonna lose it. Hammer in my backpack, think I'm gonna use it. Think I'm gonna use it. Tired of the jokes, tired of the bullshit, tired of my folks. Think I'm gonna lose it. Hammer in my backpack, think I'm gonna use it. Think I'm gonna use it. If we can stop the bullying,
The kid just shot himself in the head at school too.
just maybe we can stop the violence.
Okay. Like the song. Just wish it was a little longer. So the school shooter wrote me a letter from prison. I keep it in my purse. I just got it. He wrote it April the 25th this year. A friend of mine that I went to high school with has kept in contact with him. She also rode our school bus. Like I said, we all knew each other. She's kept in contact with him throughout the years, and I've known this. So I asked her to ask him to write me and tell me why he did what he did. I did not let her give him my physical address, so he sent it to her and she brought it to me. I won't read you the entire letter because it is 1, 2, 3, almost 4-page letter. And then he wrote a poem as well, and the poem is actually called April. I'm curious to know when he wrote the poem. I know it's been written for many years because she told me that because she had read it before. The letter does say, you know, he said, I can only imagine the hurt I caused you, and I know there's nothing I can say or do to undo the pain, anger, and suffering I caused. All I can say is that I'm truly sorry and try to explain why I did what I did. After all these years, I can't fully grasp why. It wasn't just one thing, but years of events and bad choices. Growing up, he was always the good, quiet kid who got good grades. I also grew up in a house with an angry alcoholic father who would lash out at us verbally and physically. He made me feel helpless. Being targeted by bullies in elementary and middle school did not help. When I became a teenager, I started listening to heavy metal music, and it made me feel angry and powerful. I became obsessed with violent music and movies. I embraced this evil, violent image. I was lost in trying to figure out who I was, and I chose this because it made me feel strong and took away my feelings of being weak and helpless. I will always regret it. I was still miserable and depressed. I did not fit in at school. By the time I became a senior, I hated school. I wanted to quit, but someone told me I had to be 18 to quit. He was 17 when he did the shooting. I felt trapped. And then he talks about at the time how his driver's license and his car was the most important things in his life because they allowed him to escape from his home life and school. Shortly before the shooting, he'd gotten a speeding ticket, and the judge had restricted his driving to just school and work. His car was in bad shape and all that. He says the Sunday before the shooting, I drove out to the BP gas station, parked my dad's truck there, and got in the car with some friends. They rode around a while, got dropped off, got in the truck, and was backing out. and he accidentally backed into somebody's car. The somebody's car he backed into was actually the friend that I was talking about that he mailed this letter to, that's kept in contact with him. They got into a yelling match, cussing and arguing and stuff. He said that made him more depressed and felt like there was no end to his problems. The day before the shooting, I was talking to my cousin about it, and that's when my friend I was talking about just now that he's kept in contact with over these years, that's when she overheard them and found out that blah blah, he was the one that hit the car again, got into it, they got angry. He said, I wanted to end my life in a way that made others suffer, and I feel so terrible for doing it. I hated school so much, and I took it out on the teachers. Nobody deserved what I did to them. It wasn't their fault, it was mine. I should have asked for help. I even accidentally killed my best friend's sister in the process. My best friend Diane, her brother, was the school shooter's best friend. He said, every day I live with the fact that I hurt so many people, I would give anything to take it all back. It was only a couple of hours after I was arrested that it really hit what I had done, and I was devastated, but it was too late. I don't know if this letter and my explanation helps. I don't know if telling you how truly sorry I am helps. Tell me what will help. If it means anything, I have changed. I try to be a good person. I go to church now. God has given me a loving heart instead of an angry, hateful one. I'm no longer that troubled teenage kid. I've enclosed the poem I wrote about you. Hope it doesn't hurt you. I'm especially sorry about Diane. It's hard to even write her name. I want you to have the peace and closure you deserve. I know it will never be okay, but I believe you can find healing. So-and-so did, which is my friend I was talking about that I had get this letter. I'm so grateful to have her as a friend now. If there's anything I can do to help give you closure, please tell me. Just asking me to write you was a huge step. I hope I've said something to help. Feel free to write me back anytime, which I have not, and ask or express anything you want or need. I wish you the best with all my heart. With deepest sincerity, Jamie. The school shooter's name was Jamie Rouse. Is Jamie Rouse. He's still in prison. Will be there for the rest of his life. I am going to read y'all the poem he wrote. It's called April. This is from a school shooter, so. April, please forgive me for the wrong I have done. Things were so happy at one time. Now there is an empty seat beside you. He's talking about the school bus. Me and Diane always sat together on the school bus. Perhaps you've gotten on with your life, but there are things I still need to do, for this tragedy happened so long ago, but it feels like just yesterday. I don't know why I feel I must tell you this. It wasn't like we were friends. Oh, April, I'm sorry I hurt you so. I'm sorry I killed your best friend. Why can't I let it go? You once told me good is more powerful than evil. I laughed and told you it was the other way around. The evil I once bragged about has thrown me to the ground. Oh, April, I'm sorry I've hurt you so. I'm sorry I killed your best friend. Why can't I let it go? I'm sorry. I remember your constant talking that once annoyed me so. Why am I thinking of you? Why is it you I wish to see? Am I mentally breaking, or is the devil playing tricks on me? Are these the last thoughts before I die, or is it a phase that will pass me by? My heart is heavy to the point of tears. Why can't I cry? Oh, April, I'm sorry I've hurt you so. I don't know why I need your forgiveness, but it won't let me go. If I could turn back the ages to hear your laugh again, what once got on my every nerve would surely bring a grin. I've killed your best friend. Will you forgive me of this sin? I'm in a state of confusion. Why do I feel like this? The demons I once casted out have escaped from their abyss. So yeah, I haven't written him back. I actually want to go see him with some support, somebody to go with me, because I want to look at him, straighten his eyes, read his body language and his facial expressions and stuff, and ask him deep detailed questions that I won't say on here because some people might find it disturbing, but I still have flashbacks. I still have nightmares. And of course, no one understands unless you've been through it. Anyway, I could sit here and talk about it for a long time, but I won't. That was Victims by Mass of Man. I will say this. While I believe bullying is completely wrong, there's no reason to bully anyone. However, there are thousands upon thousands of people who get bullied all the time that never shoot up a fucking school or whatever it may be. It's no excuse to me. I'm sorry, I lived it. I can speak on this. And yes, he was bullied. And yes, he had a bad home life. And I hate that for him. I really, really do. I don't want anybody to grow up like that or be bullied or anything like that. Like, that's terrible. But going up and shooting up a school and killing innocent people is not the answer. Like, reach out to somebody and get help for your home life, or talk to somebody about the bullying, you know? Violence and shooting up at school and killing people is not the answer. And being bullied is not an excuse to take innocent lives. And there's no excuse to bully people either. I'm just saying, two wrongs don't make a right. So, I still have not forgiven him. Don't know that I ever will. When you see something like that when you're 15 years old at school, and it's your best friend, and you see him get shot right in front of you, and you wake up, whenever you can go to sleep, you wake up shaking, hearing gunshots, seeing everybody running and screaming, seeing the police tape around the school and news cameras everywhere. I just can't. I'm not ready yet. Anyway, sorry. Prayers for everyone who's ever been affected by a school shooting or a mass shooting, man. Thank you for that song, Massive Man. And y'all leave any comments down below if there's anything you want to see me react to. Please like this video and please subscribe to my channel, y'all. Peace out.